It is good afternoon from me here in the studios of Joy Prime and of course Versa as Showbiz Now, where we give you updates in the world of entertainment. And today we're sitting down at 12 to 12:30 like we do almost every time. Now there's a lot that has been going on in the entertainment industry here in GH. Most importantly, what seems to be happening at the camp of Ebony's dad, Mr. Kwateng, and that of Bullet, who once managed the late Ebony Reigns. Now, you saw the press statements that Bullet actually put out there. It has generated a lot of conversations, and we want to delve into it and also narrow it down to artists and managers. We're talking about contracts. We'll be looking at whether or not the artist is supposed to be enjoying some massive proceeds from the monies they make, or is supposed to be the one who's investing into it. So this afternoon is going to be a very longer conversation. Now we'll have Ebony's dad to also explain a few things to us, what is happening in the system right now. When you talk about the Ebony concert, when you talk about Ebony's foundation, when you talk about monies that were spent, at the concert. Now Adam has come out to say that he didn't collect a dime. Episode has also come out to do a video for that. Now Bullet is also saying that he never wrote anything like that. He didn't present that paper that has handwriting of some payments that were made to some artist managers and artists and all of that. Now, talking about artist management, well, George Britton is my guest on the show today. He's going to sit down with me for us to delve into it proper and find out exactly what has been going on with the Ebony concert and all the payments that have been made to Ebony's dad and Bullet, saying that he is no longer interested in releasing songs by Ebony anymore. All of these coming up in the next 30 minutes here on Showbiz Now. My name is KMJ, and it's always a pleasure to have you on the other side. In the meantime, let's check this one from the late Ebony Reigns. When we come back, we have a sit down. Stay with me.
One day you will know, these are the words of my mother. As I'm getting old, even now I remember. So I'm packing on my tools, I'm going back at home. A young girl like me shouldn't be caught with an old school fool. He told me he was a banker, not knowing bank robber. This man is a gangster, bukum bankum boxer. Oh sorry I know pa, but I'm boy. Everywhere we are, shock and a ganja uncle. Now he dey beat me every night and day. Mommy Shay used to want me, but I didn't wanna know. Mommy Shay, Mommy Show, Mommy Shay, Mommy Show, Mommy Shay, Mommy Show. And he said a bad girl trend, the 90s bad girl trend. Beats that cake, call me the bad girlfriend. Me said a bad girl trend, the 90s bad girl trend. Me no want no doll boyfriend. My name is Ebony, black skin, bibini. Hard girl, mahogany, you're better than Stephanie. Oh, I'm shaking it while she will watch funny. Some boy I dream of it, you have it, make good use of it. Turn on the light, call me body not fake. Turn on the light and see good body shape. Turn on the light, oh boy, before we start the game. Turn on the light. Oh yo, I said turn on the light. Oh yo, turn on the light. Oh yo, turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Love me till the daylight till me blood clot up. Pum pum so tight and it makes sense. This are no style. Original 90s bad girl. Yeah me Sheldon. Sit down on your face. Yeah me taste good. Call it tasty tongue. Ha. See me body good and me kissy super fresh. There's no poppy show, yeah, me trap you like a mesh. Go down for me slow, you know nobody contest. Boy, are you alone, you know nobody. Turn on the light, call me body not fake. Turn on the light and see good body shape. Turn on the light, oh boy, before we start the game. Turn on the light. Oh yo, I said turn on the light. Oh yo, turn on the light. Oh yo, turn on the light. Me never love it when we do it in the dark. see me fresh and sweet. Road boy, you not fi slack. Me no want no shy, me forget the star talk. Give it to me, march. Your prof say you was a talk. Just so you know, a long time me learn me lesson. You no go fiddle, you no go slow, I'm in a virgin. But you pretend you so to not call me your surgeon. Sticky icky freak, yeah, so you like it, I'm bending. Turn on the light, call me body not fear. Turn on the light and see who's body shit. Turn on the light, your boy, before we start the game. Turn on the light, oh yo, I say turn on the light. Oh yo, turn on the light. Oh yo, turn on the light. Turn on the light. Oh yo, turn on the light. Turn on the light. I said turn on the light. Turn on the light.
Time Records. Playlist me.
Only wonders.
Midas now.
See, I got myself a sponsor. Anything me ask me to bye-bye. Even though it's older, but I got to survive in this life. Another one who is younger. When I ask for something to cry. Messi papa ya me nyani bia, ama me bia. That's what right now, but she na coming kwa. And down beba me nche, so ni mwasema okana style. Pull it for me, slow down. Mississippi ya me ya, pull it for me, slow down. Me got ya me ya, pull it for me, slow down. Mississippi ya me ya, pull it for me, slow down. Me got ya me ya, oh mercy, mercy, mercy. These broke guys have lots of energy. Just like oven, but when the morning comes, we not have nothing. A boyfriend who can't buy you food when you're hungry. Is that one too a boy, so I change game, move fast, fish up the lanes. I got myself a sponsor. Messi papa ya me nyani bia, oh my bibia. That's what I try, but she na coming kwa. I don't ever mean change, so ni wasema okana style. Pull it for me, slow down. Yeah, me, yeah, pull it for me, slow down. Me got yeah, me, yeah, pull it for me, slow down. Me sister, yeah, me, yeah, pull it for me, slow down. Me got yeah, me, yeah, mercy, mercy, mercy. These broke guys have lots of energy. Should I leave all this Gucci Prada? That with young girl, don't fear hunger. I'm in dilemma. Bad girl bunny in dilemma.
And that's the 90s bad girl. The lady that actually came into the scene and made everything look like music was magic. This lady can take every single thing and make sure that she transforms it into something that you and I would definitely enjoy. And that's the late Ebony we're talking about today. But unfortunately, what is happening after her death, I'm sure, like somebody said to me on social media today, Ebony will be turning in her grave because of the things that have been happening ever since she passed on. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tune in here on Showbiz Now, I'd like to welcome you, and this is the time that we get to sit and have a conversation here on the show. My name is KMJ. In the studio with me this afternoon to have the conversation is the man who also manages an artist, Keche, and also the founder of JB Interactive, and is here with me to talk about it. The man who has been in social media space as people think that he's been involved in Illuminati or Freemason, if you like. Well, let me welcome my brother from another mother, George Britton, the man in the studio.
I like the intro.
You love it?
Solid.
This is what we do, bro. But it's good to have you on the show. I've been wanting to have this conversation with you since, you know, things started coming up. Because you are one person that a lot of people have seen you do so many things on social media, talk about issues that are happening, and you've been there for a long time. You took a from where they were to even greater heights. And so it's quite imperative that, you know, we have this conversation with you. Now, I don't want to dwell on the usual things or maybe rumors or speculations that are ongoing at the moment. I want to find out from you.
Yes.
You being an artist manager, does all these things that are happening, you know, in respect to Ebony's demise and who paid who and who did, does it scare you as an artist manager?
Doesn't scare me as an artist manager. Obviously, it will give you some little shake-up. You need to set up, and obviously with the contract, you need to really pay attention to certain things in there. Now, that is with me and my artists, but I think I have a very good relationship with my artists. Whatever comes up, we try as much as possible to quash it. So we don't really have issues like this. I mean, this Ebony case, this Ebony
Bullet,
Starboy.
Oh, there's Starboy again.
Okay, so Starboy Quartin.
Now he's not happy you call him Starboy.
Yeah, so the Starboy Quartin is the showbiz name for Mr. Quartin.
That's
the latest Ebony. Yeah. But
who gave him that name?
We had to. We've not actually we've not outdone the name, but on social media that's his name.
So
I actually told him yesterday, but I think he didn't like it. But hey, that's it. So it's quite sad that these things are coming up now, especially after all this hard work. She went and she's still not gone. As in, she's still not gone in the sense that people go and relax and they enjoy whatever it's out there for them. But unfortunately, I imagine what she's going through wherever she is now. That people don't talk about her like this. I mean, yeah, we be jamming to her music, but there's a case where we are sitting here and we are fighting. You know, from where I sit, you know, from the onset, I was watching Mr. Quartin for.
Yeah.
Most
people dead.
Yes, I mean, because I've privy to some of the informations out there, which I think I said, Father, I shouldn't have made that move. Like 2-3 days ago, I bashed him on social media because, you know, he was giving certain amount of money. He didn't come out to disclose the figures. But I heard him on radio say he was just giving out 2,000 CDs out. A whole lot of things happened. Then yesterday, the biggest fish came out. And the fish came out.
What was the fish?
The fish that came out was that he was on TV to disclose a lot of things. There were some wild allegations he made, which I am not comfortable with, which I think that doesn't even make a lot of sense. One is, he said Bullet called the mother and said he would like to go see the cops. But then, when Ebony passed on, Bullet was not in the country. You know, I think he came back after 6 or 5
days. But it's not right for someone who has managed an artist for some years, deciding that, okay, I want to be sure if it's true or not.
It is right.
It is genuine.
Yeah, it is right. But I mean, we said that whilst the person wasn't around. So was he going to fly all the way from Denmark or wherever he was to see the cops? These are things that I don't want us to go there. I mean, whoever killed her.
Is it to suggest that probably had a hand in
that is the direction I think they are going. That's the direction I think he is going. Because he did mention that Bullet wanted to go see the cops and resurrected with some pasta and a whole lot of things. Who resurrected you in this town? You get me? I get plenty of people in that. If you don't resurrect, I will help them. But I mean, the wildest accusation was the fact that he bought a sheet of paper which had a lot of artists and other stuff on.
Payments that have been paid.
I mean, my artist was there, Kecha was there. I was there to perform.
Did you get paid for that?
No. That's the biggest no I've ever said in my life. No, I wasn't paid. I wasn't paid for it. We just went there to support a loss. So, I mean, Ebony was a friend to all of us. And even before music, she was my friend. You know, because she was all over the place. And upon her passing, we decided to, come on, man, it's about time we show love. Even Bullet, before that came out to say some artists were charged, and I think he had a confrontation with Yapono or something about the fact that Yapono said he needed to pay him to perform. So
we saw that argument, but we never saw who exactly was in the artist we were talking about.
Okay, so
some even thought it was Shatawale.
So
if it was Yapono, then
initially,
now at least we know that
initially,
you're an industry person. So if it's Yapono,
because I was in the
okay, so for those of you who had the
tea.
conversation and were not too sure about who exactly they were talking about, it's Yapono.
It was Yapono.
Yeah, it was Yapono. So now we know that it's not Shatawale. A lot of people thought it was Shatawale.
So he came out to bash. It came out to bash him, and we moved on. So I don't know where these figures are coming from. Everybody on that night, including Sarko there, Stoneboy came out because of the rain. He had to go. You know, I think some of them drove all the way from Cape Coast to come support.
Yeah,
free. Nobody charged a dime. You know, and these things are becoming something else. Now, for the little knowledge I know that Casaproco sponsored the event, and there was a tie-in contract where anybody who goes in gets a bottle of drink, and which after the 10 cities, Casaproco was going to take out 4 cities. That is what I've been told. You know, so yes, after all the accounting, which I was told that Access Bank was at the gate to collect the gate fee. There was the family of Mr. Kwatin there.
Who were also present?
There were a lot of bullets camp.
Okay.
You know, so there are a lot of things that we're not
So
expecting.
the event made money.
Yeah, so from what we saw yesterday, they made money.
And some people were paid.
None of the artists so far have called. None of the guys that had their names on the list have called, have confirmed that list were paid. Everybody says no.
So it means Bullet and his camp made money out of the show.
Of course, I mean, there were people there. There were payments made at the gate, so obviously there'll be money made.
What was the conversation with some of you? I mean, respect to the fact that it was a sponsored event, and secondly, they were taking proceeds. Where did they say that they were taking the proceeds to, that you, as an artist manager, decided that, okay, go ahead and do it, I'll do it for
No,
free?
you say, they came out to say it was a foundation.
So this is supposed to go to the foundation of Ebony?
Yes.
Has the foundation been communicated to you ever since they finished with the event? It's been how many months?
No. I mean, they say we Ghanaians are somehow too peaceful, and we have the Ghanaian way of doing things. I feel a brother is bereaved, so I mean, going back and forth with questions, I might cause some.
Now, this is what you sacrificed your artists to, you know,
Yes,
do
to
it
say, because
in the aim of trying to put the foundation together.
Mm-hmm.
It's been how many months now? The foundation, you've not heard anything about it, and you think it's okay for you to be just sitting down?
I mean, obviously, we wouldn't have sat here to discuss this if it wasn't what has developed over the past few days. Okay, we thought, okay, I only came in to support. I'm gone. I'm done and gone. All right, you said you're doing your thing, whether it will happen or will not happen. Now the father said, okay, so he's going to do the foundation. Okay, so we are expecting. The name keeps ringing in my head. Mr. Kwatin rather than Starboy.
Yeah.
Mr. Kwatin to own the foundation, which he said he's going to do. Okay, now Bullet has got to that level where Bullet was so angry, which I think he should have managed his anger. Okay, he should have managed his anger. Bullet is a quick-tempered person.
And do you think it's the reason why we've got into this stage?
That is the reason I've got into this stage, because the man feels you're told you are painting him as a greedy guy in town. Okay, so for the fact that he wants to prove to the world that, listen, I'm not greedy. I'm only interested in my daughter's share. You know, there are some wild allegations that has been going around behind the scenes, but obviously I cannot say them on TV. You know, but the man from the onset wasn't happy with the contract. He's been complaining he wasn't happy with the contract, and the fact that because they realized that she was just a girl, so they were going to do everything to cause her whatever she went through. And like I said, a lot of things are going on which is not police.
Talking about contracts, and she was not happy yet. No, I mean, but let's look at it from this angle. Now, the one who makes the investment and the one who has the talent, if we're looking at it from the general perspective, who is supposed to be enjoying? Because without my talent, you wouldn't move. Without your investment, I wouldn't also move. But in this case, in general, who is supposed to be enjoying?
As a music producer, what is supposed to be done is that I am bringing the money. Listen, your talent is nothing. Sorry, your talent is something, but you see, in the business world, your talent is like 20%. Okay, everybody can sing, but it takes.
Then not everybody can sing better.
Listen.
And just singing will not make you the money. You need something extra.
You need somebody.
So if it's for just ordinary singing, you could have gone on the street and pick people and be telling them to go and sing and make money.
No, it is. You can. I mean, you can. So long as you decide to keep. Listen, I tell you, listen, KMJ, I have about $1 million I want to invest in an artist. I can make that artist a superstar, regardless. I can make him.
Whether the talent is top notch or not, you can make the person a superstar.
Listen, most of the people that I've blown, tell me. Worldwide,
they don't have the talent.
No, these days,
money influence.
You know, these days the talent is even less. I mean, these days the talent, unlike before that you hear somebody's voice like all these Celine Dion and co. These days it's your star. And I liked Ebony because she had a street vibe, she had a street credibility, you know, and that was what really matched what she was putting out there. She said she's a 90s bad girl, and we all know Ebony is a bad girl, and she lived her lyrics. Yes, she lived her lyrics. Most of the things she was saying, she was it. So yes, we bashed her, but it got to a time we realized that this is the girl. We have no choice but to vibe with her. Now, back to the question. In the business world, in the record label world, what happens is that the producer or the record label makes a chunk of the money, whilst the artist makes either 30, 40, it depends. Okay. Now, I pick an artist on the streets, and I say, listen, you're good. I get bars all the time from new artists. You come to me, I say, listen, I'm going to invest in you. I'm going to record you. I'm going to shoot music video for you. I'm going to promote your songs. I'm going to clothe you. I'm going to feed you. I'm going to shelter you. I'm going to do everything for you. What you're supposed to do is just go into the studio and record a song. The rest is mine. As a record label, I take as much as between 70 sometimes to even 100. Yes, that is yours is to sit down and say, okay, I wrote the lyrics. This is it. I sing, you like it. There's times that as a record label boss or an artist manager, your artist will bring you a song, you tell them, no, this is not good. Because I'm the business mind and I know where the kind of target I'm looking at. So I'll tell you, no, it is a nice song, yes for you, but when it goes out there, it doesn't fit our target. So let's go this way. Okay, in the world where copyright really works, any contribution done on a song, each person, let's say here we're in a studio and let's say Cool says, I think if a kick was to be here, it would have been fun. In a proper setting, he will earn some of the royalties.
But just saying that we could have put a kick here
because he contributed. Down here, it doesn't work. But you see, after all these things is done, as a record producer, I make between 60, if I'm fair enough, it could be 50-50.
So then, what did you personally see in Keche that made you want to invest in their talent? After that, I'll ask another question.
Keche is that kind of artists are show rockers. They are party rockers. Keche targets the masses. The masses where the money is. I said, but there are people that I can look at and say, listen, you have amazing talent. But they say, from where you are focusing, yes, you might get money, but it might not come down. Okay, now if a song like Alaguntoge was able to go viral, I remember when I used to manage Alcohol in the 2011, 2010 about, there was a very huge artist in Accra then. We went to Navrongo to do a show. So there I realized the difference. The other artist was very popular here, collecting all the fans, you know, but out there, nobody knew him. But out there, people knew Mugu, Wash and Wear and all these songs. So I realized that, okay, so as a businessman, what you do, are you going to target the masses? Which most of, I mean, the majority of Ghanaians they're in that level, you know? And I realized that Keche fits in that. Keche is the kind of group that artists on one day, they can sing and listen from Nzima to wherever, everybody can hear the song and jump to it. So with my little business knowledge that I have, I think they were best people too. I mean, before Keche, a lot of artists came to me. A lot of the artists came to me for us to work, but you know, I prayed.
So God, prayer is also part of it.
I prayed and God gave me the answer. So
okay, I see. Now we'll get into another conversation, but viewers, we'll open the phone lines anytime soon. We spoke to Ebony's dad. We were supposed to have had a conversation with him. He said that he was going to talk to us. We've been trying so hard to reach him that he's not answering. I don't know for whatever reason, but I'm thinking maybe he wants to stay back. Starboy now wants to stay back or whatever it is. But as of what we're able to get him, we'll have the conversation. And well, let's see what comes up with that. But you can also join us. We'll open the phone lines for you to join us. Okay, phone lines is activated right now. You can join us, myself and George Britton. We are here talking about contract artists, who does the investment, who does the talent, you know, and who earns what. At what point does somebody decide that, well, we're making too much money, so I want my money to be increased, and then the fight starts coming? Those are the conversations we're having over here on Showbiz Now. So you can call us 03022119689. You can call us and let us know what you think. So when does greedy set in? And now I'm not content with what you're giving me, so I decided that, manager, there is my talent now. Why are you giving me 60 or 40 instead of 100?
no, that is one.
Okay, we have somebody on the line. Let me take this one. Hello, Nigel. Are you there? Sorry, we lost you. Are you there? He's gone. Okay, go ahead, George.
Yeah, so in the case where contract is not too solidified, you know, that is how come. That is why we say only with contract, you need to deal with attorneys, your lawyers, so that both parties know that. Listen, between 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Sorry to interrupt you, Bernard.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Bernard?
I'm good, you?
We're well, thanks. Go ahead. Oh, Bernardo, we lost you. Sorry. You can also give us a call 03022116988 or 99. The line is on your screen, so you can give us a call. Let us know what you think. We're talking about artists. We're talking about urban. Okay, Dora. Hello. Dora.
Hello, hi.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
We're also fine. All the way from Instagram. Talk to us.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to comment on your discussion.
Please go ahead.
I think Ebony's father is right. He only wants the good interest of the daughter. That's why he said it that way. So to just give him a break, people have been insulting him and all of that. I don't think it's fair.
Okay, you totally agree with him and what he's doing. Anyways, many thanks for your thoughts. We appreciate it. You can also give us a call. Let us know what you think. We're having a conversation on Ebony and current situation of Bullet. His statement. Ebony's dad also going about putting some documents out there to show that indeed monies were collected on behalf of Ebony, and he's never seen any of them. All right, that's what we're talking about this afternoon. You can also join us, George.
Okay, good. So if this contract is very solidified,
yeah,
I tell you the contract between Kesha and George is 5 years. Within the 5 years, anything that we said from the beginning, year one, will still make sense at year 5, regardless of your hits. Now, after the 5 years, if we decide to go on again, that is when we can renegotiate and say, listen, I think we've gotten to, we need to split and make it 60-40, 60 for the artist, 40 for the management.
So it all depends on the contract.
It all depends on the contract. It all depends
But
on the
as
contract.
human as we are, sometimes you know that maybe when you're signing the contract that is supposed to take you 5 years and you're receiving 40% for 5 years, and then in 2 years you realize that the speed at which you're going and making money was too much. I mean, you definitely, I'll let you answer that. Joe. Hello, Joe. Joe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
We're not hearing you, but I think we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, I think. Hello?
Joe, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, of course we can. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hello?
I think the Bundes father should maybe.
Oh, Joe. Okay, what's my next person? Osinuela, go ahead, yeah. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, dear, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. I'm okay with Ebony's father's advice. Okay. I don't mind with him.
Hello?
Yay.
Yeah, your television is not helping us, okay? So try and turn the volume down so we can hear you. Please, when you call, please turn the volume down else we can't hear anything you say. Nadia? Yeah, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, Nadia, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Go ahead, yeah. I'm fine.
Okay. Hello.
Nadia, we can hear you. Go ahead. Oh boy, what's happening? Please do us a favor. The feedback is terrible. When you call, lower the volume on your television set. It's important you do so. Brown, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm well. Thanks for calling. We're listening.
I can hear you. I can see you talking on TV, but I can't hear you. The sound is breaking.
Oh boy, forgive me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, go ahead.
Well, first of all, let me say hi to George Britton. George Britton.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yo, Gabby Brown.
Oh, Gabby. Okay, all right.
He's giving you a wave, yeah.
And so, back to the contribution. Yeah, from the inception of this whole Ebony legacy, her demise, everything going on, I've been saying this. Putting just the father on air is a wrong move. Putting just Ebony's father on air is a wrong move. If you wanna get this thing said and done, let's have both Ebony's father and Bullet, probably anybody from Midas Touch, both in the studio to discuss this thing. Let's just squash it off, because I think the whole thing is getting way out of hand.
I see.
And just as George Britton said, Bullet is a quick-tempered person. You know, certain things come out, he's not able to control himself, and things go haywire, and it's not good. It's not good for him.
Okay, many thanks for your thoughts. We appreciate it, my brother. And well, would there ever be a final squashing moment where, because revelations keep coming up?
Like Gabby said, I think the right thing for us all to do is to keep these two in front of the camera or in a conference, anywhere that the two can meet. Okay, because you say, now, yesterday after his revelations, immediately Bullet called me from Europe and they said, listen, the papers, the document is showing is fake. I didn't give him those ones. So then I found myself in a dilemma. Am I supposed to believe A or B?
Yeah.
Okay. So until we put these two in a room, okay, and they argue with right that listen, you gave it to me or you didn't give it to me, then we will know.
Okay, all right, so many thanks for coming through. I think I would have to say
you,
goodbye for now. And that's George Brayton from JB Interactive and the manager of Keche. He's been making a lot of money from free. Did I say that?
Not yet.
All right, people, that'll be all for today. Go on, and we're back tomorrow to wrap it all up for the week. Make sure you stay tuned with us. My name is KMJ, and I was born to talk. God bless you for watching.
One day you